bangs Rowan. At 27, I couldn't do that. No nonsense, straight to the point. Detail the courage, it finally occurred. The lawsuit they thought would quietly disappear has now caused the most costly television ruling in U.S. history. Karoline Leavitt didn't just walk away triumphant. She set off a cultural earthquake so loud and so upsetting that ABC and The View are now confronting what insiders call a slow-burning corporate implosion. $800 million is not a legitimate loss. It is an extinction-level strike against daytime. The most notorious chat program on TV, Whoopi Mute, Joy Nowhere to be Found, Sunny is said to be calling her attorneys once more. Karoline is strutting as though she controls the press. This is not only a courtroom victory, it is a media reckoning. This goes beyond responsibility. It's karma broadcast with surround sound. The View, once the empress of midday ratings, is facing a severe new reality. Bankruptcy. It locked because what we're diving into next is nothing short of chaos. We're pulling back the curtain on the collapse. Every twist, every leaked message, every panicked settlement offer, and showing you exactly how Karoline turned the tables on a media giant. Before we get into it, slam that like button if you're fed up with the media's double standard hit. Subscribe so you're always first to know when the next media bomb drops. Did you subscribe good? Let's break down how. From daytime supremacy to courtroom catastrophe, The View collapsed. The Trump White House has so much good news and so much winning right now that the mainstream legacy media can't keep up with it. The tremor didn't just shake The View, it rocked ABC's whole financial structure in seconds. Shockwaves slammed into Wall Street like a wrecking ball. ABC's parent company, once a media colossus labeled too big to fail, saw its stock nosedive, millions in market value erased before the first lunch order hit the desk. Traders were rattled, analysts left speechless, financial anchors scrapped their scripts mid-broadcast, and CNBC abruptly cut its tech segment to break the story. Unprecedented judgment destroys ABC's market confidence that noise, not applause, alarms by the time Karoline Leavitt's legal team clinked coffee cups in celebration. The collapse was already underway in Manhattan. High-rises panic spread through ad agencies like Wildfire 4. Major sponsors, brands you've seen every commercial break, pulled out, not gradually. Instantly, one network source described the chaos as a dam giving way every minute. Another partner vanished, phones rang off the hook. Ad departments stopped, planned rollouts, product placements vanished, and financial disaster resulted. The income engine driving the V's opulent production simply paused. This was a rupture, not a bump. And the worst part is that most networks rely on crisis insurance. When pandemonium strikes, particularly when talent goes rogue, ABC's policy included a carve-out. It did not cover willful defamation, which precisely reflected what Karoline's victory was based on: premeditated, targeted, vicious character damage. No financial buffer, no insurance safety net. This was the Titanic mid-iceberg collision without lifeboats, not a legal fender bender. ABC's financial department, panic-stained boardrooms hosted numerous emergency huddles. Legal teams invaded the building like EMTs at a five-alarm fire. Executives flipped through budget papers like they were neutralizing explosives. One question reverberated: can we survive this? The word no one in corporate America wants to hear started to surface at first as a whisper, then in panicked texts, and eventually in leaked memos. A youthful HR associate messaged her friend in graphics, whispering Chapter 11, yeah, that word, bankruptcy. Karoline Leavitt said nothing through all this. No press run, no posts, no smug commentary, just silence. It spoke louder than any headline. Her restraint cut deeper than scandal as ABC's pillars began to sway, and executives raced to save what was left. As ABC's foundation started to tilt and executives hurried to save what was left, her restraint cut deeper than scandal. Karoline stayed calm and steady, still observing The View, which was not only floundering but drowning. The woman they once sought to reduce to a punchline became the storm itself. Don't blink. This is only the start. Right here, this moment marks the actual collapse of the empire since once that $800 million verdict fell like a legal guillotine. The focus didn't only remain on ABC, It honed in with laser accuracy on the three ladies who had become the obvious faces of the View. Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, sunny host. Let's be honest, these weren't just television staples anymore. They were now walking liabilities overnight. The icons of daytime talk changed into cautionary tales. Their public image burned, their reputations torn, their futures hanging from legal threads. Even the best PR spin couldn't save them. While the media concentrated on the network's collapse behind closed doors, an even more severe reckoning unfolded one by one. The co-hosts were called to stark cold legal briefings, not to their shiny dressing rooms. Just lawyers with folders and facts, no jokes, no glam squads. Each was told directly and without sugarcoating they might be personally accountable for part of that enormous verdict. Sure, personally, yes, financially. Let that linger with you. Whoopi, the trademark, was gone. Swagger's sources claim she engaged a crisis management company often designated for fallen politicians and disgraced CEOs. That's the degree of red alert we mean happiness. Once the queen of sarcasm and snark, Behar is said to have completely stopped attending meetings, leaving no responses to emails or return calls. One crew member joked she ghosted her own scandal. And Sanani Hostin Mizzle, legal knowledge herself, fell apart, according to sources she wept during a closed-door meeting, not manufactured, not camera-ready, genuine. Since she realized what the others would not acknowledge, this was not only a PR disaster. This was professional death, but it didn't stop there. Karoline's legal team didn't only file a lawsuit, they brought a sledgehammer. What they revealed was a road plan to media malice Slack communications, brimming with premeditated behind-the-scenes brutality. Not simply evidence. Footage of the hosts ridiculing Karoline during ad breaks, producer memos clearly assigning who gets the most severe hit. This wasn't live television, gone off script. It was a broadcasted takedown with rehearsal notes. ABC's defense attempted to label it as banter, ad-libbed heat-of-the-moment talk. But the receipt indicated differently. Every line cataloged, every cue cross-referenced, every wink and smirk neatly packed into a timeline of pre-planned humiliation, and then came the final blow. A backstage video no one was supposed to see unearthed from deep inside ABC's archive in it. Joy Behar drinks coffee, jokes with a producer, and uses the phrases that killed any lingering goodwill. Let's see her sue us for that. The arrogance, the flippancy, well, Joy, she did, and she won. The courtroom became silent. When the clip played, one jury murmured, "That's cold." One sentence sums up, Joy didn't just sink their case, she torpedoed it. That clip crystallized everything the public hates about modern media. The smug detachment, the reckless jabs, the belief that power shields you from consequences. Turns out it doesn't. Joy Behar just provided her analysis on why Leavitt was chosen for the part. Karoline's silence in that moment spoke more than any press release ever could. This was about long overdue accountability catching up to unchecked arrogance. Not only about winning a courtroom fight. For the hosts of The View, it wasn't just a stumble, it was a free fall with no parachute, no safety net, and no one left ready to catch them. Karoline was just warming up. The fallout was only starting. Let's bring you inside ABC headquarters, since what happened behind those sleek glass doors could have been even more explosive than the courtroom drama. Picture it. A polished conference room with leather chairs lining a 40-foot table once occupied by confident pitches, champagne toasts, and quietude. One insider compared it to a corporate funeral. Another called it